What's up, guys? So Popo here, and today I just kind of want to go over the whole last week. I've gotten a lot of comments on, and I've been super busy at work. We had a super review at the pizza shop, and it's just been mayhem. It's exploded. All right, it's just really busy. I don't even want to talk about it no more. So while I'm looking at my messages, the main question that I get is um, the Akai Force or the MPC, and really that's something that you're gonna kind of have to dig in. I mean, you can watch videos all day long about it. Um, Honestly, with as it stands right now, the MPC in standalone mode, these are both in standalone. There's no laptop down here, no computer in my studio. And I'm sure, I mean, the Akai software will have software eventually or be compatible with Ableton or whatever. And the MPC has really cool software too that enables you to do whatever also. It's really, really neat. But in standalone mode, straight up recording, um, right now as it stands, 2.5 on the Akai MPC won't let you do certain things. Like whenever it has some issues, and both devices have some issues. Um, like everyone's saying, the Akai Force doesn't have a song mode, which it doesn't have a song mode. I mean, you can sample your clip and as long as you want and save it and then export it or whatever like that. There's always a workaround to get your work done. I can make a song a lot faster on the Akai Force. Honestly, once I load up my sounds and everything, in like 5 minutes, you can make a song and sequence through it and everything. And it's really, really cool. But to be able to save it as a song or project archive, I haven't been too successful with that. Um, but yet, whenever they came out, people didn't really care. I know I didn't care if it came with software or not. I wanted that, and I got it. And as it gets better and better, better things will happen. I'm sure they're going to incorporate uh, where you can use a foot pedal pad thing like this in order to like start your audio, and some smaller things. It's not even a big deal. And I think the reason they're taking their sweet time with the new updates because they're trying to make it to where the Akai is going to have the touch mixer and everything like that, which is going to be dope. And maybe even the hype engine would be sweet too. But back on the 2.5, the song mode doesn't work right now in standalone mode. At least on my MPC, when you go to sequence 1 and you hit, let me show you here, check this out. Alright, cool, so we're right here, and I'm just gonna do this just to load up a project for you. And here we go. Now I'm gonna have to hit shift song, so give me a second here. So I'm gonna hit this button, shift song, and it brings me to that screen, right? So I only have one sequence. So I wanna convert sequence 1 to 2, right? And I hit do it. And I convert it. It does this over and over. It won't, you know what I'm saying? But if you go to 3 and hit do it, and then convert sequence 1 sequence 1 to 3, do it, convert. It just won't convert your sequence, you know what I'm saying? Convert sequence to 2, convert to 3. This is how you would do it in song mode. And it just has the same sequence. It doesn't convert your sequence. It still says unused, which is crazy. Because in controller mode, it allows you to, I mean, even in 2.3, that's why I love using 2.3, and anytime they have an Akai thing, I download it to my computer, I save it this way. If it's a bad update, I can revert back to it. 2.3 was solid. and you can always make your songs and everything like that. The same way I just showed you. You take one sequence, convert it to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5. You got 8 different sequences now. You go track mute, mute out your parts, and bam, you're done. Now it's not letting you do that. So right now, as it stands, the Akai Force might actually have the upper hand until this update comes out. Just out of creative workflow, you know what I'm saying? When you're working, the last thing you want is to be able to be like, okay, I want that sequence to bust out into 8 different sequences, but in the first one I only want the drum or I want the kick. In the second one I want the snare and the kick to come in. The third one I want all my drums to hit. The fourth one I just want my hi-hats this way, my synth or VSTs tracks, or you can mute them out in different parts, right? But if you can't do that in song modes and standalone, then what's the point of not having song mode? I mean, I really need to fix the song mode on both devices. But as of right now, the Akai Force, man, it's got the same VST plugins, not the same MPC packs that come with it. You know, had someone ask me about that, and he was like, "Oh, you didn't understand what I said." I was like, "No, listen, it doesn't have the same MPC packs. It doesn't come with, you know, the same drums and everything like that. It comes with different stuff. It comes with its own brand of drums and everything. That's why it's like a big problem right now with both of these. But yeah, if they had Lazy Chop on the Akai Force and they had the foot pedal for audio, it would be very dangerous for the price being almost half of what the MPC X is, but it doesn't have that, and we don't know if they're gonna put that on there. So I have been able to use both of these together with Ableton Link, but when this thing is working, when the Akai actually gets their stuff straight and put a good update, which I think they're just going to 3.0, honestly. I think they're going to skip all these updates and just go straight to 3.0. And once they do that, it'll be legit. I'm hoping anyway. Oh, dude, I know you guys are going to kill me about my feet and that, but I don't care. Like I said, to make a song on the Akai Force, very fast workflow. And I was just answering a couple questions. The one main feature that I love about this Akai Force is the audio tracks, the ability to manipulate your audio tracks. I can play anything from that mixer into there on an audio track and then mute it out just like that. On the MPC, you can mute out, you can mute out the key groups and MIDI tracks and drum programs and all that, but audio tracks, you can't just hit that button and be like, mute that in sequence 2, mute this. And you actually have to go in and delete it. So that's kind of a bunk workflow on the MPC that I always noticed. So, creativity killer. That no song mode is pretty rough, man. But if you can save it into your computer or anything like that, right now the Akai Force has got a pretty good thing going for it. I've thought about selling it, honestly, but the more I use it, the more it grows on me. The sound engines on it are phenomenal. And I just wanted to clear that, give it a kind of non-biased, best to my ability, honest review on both of these. And right now, like I said, this thing in song mode, it's got all the buttons and everything's right here. You know, there's no menu diving or anything. It's all right in front of you. You have all your cue links, screen control, and blah blah blah. You don't have to dive into nothing. It's a solid piece of gear. It weighs a lot. It's heavy. It looks pretty. It's something you want in your studio. Now me, I use the Akai Force, and then I also have it on a just like a guitar stand in the back, and it works pretty good. I have it in the link in my description, and it's only like $15. And that being said, I am trying to be as productive as I can doing this. And I'm trying to do like the affiliation Amazon thing. So if you guys click on those links whenever you want to buy something, they give me a little kickback. And I got all my gear listed too. Anything that I really use. I don't think I have like, you know, my duct tape or my cups or anything ridiculous, or my microphones, you know, because I'm always looking to upgrade that stuff. And I'm wanting to put things on there that I believe in. And I want to do reviews on stuff that I believe in also. Real quick, all of us have been there where you have a 8-track recorder, a little Boss BR8 recorder, and you're trying to record. Everything's plugged in. You got this background noise and everything. When you plug into the MPC X and you hit record, it has a really nice sound to it. I'm not gonna lie. And the preamps on it are really, really nice. What comes out of the speakers comes out just the same way as when you record it out of the Akai Force also. I will get into some videos on playing with both these. I just want to give you my honest review, man. But you can feed audio tracks into that and it will eat them and love it and want more of it. Then you go to your drum programs and you can have each one of those pads can be an audio track that you can call up at any moment. The same way with the MPC and clip mode. But it's just a nice wide open workflow, and the way that it does the note mode, where you can actually play different notes and stuff that you couldn't even there's no way humanly possible that you can run through all the notes that you can hit on this. And I thought that was a really cool idea too. This way I can go MIDI out into my different synths and hit those chords like that, and actually run through those notes to hear what they come out on these. So again, I'm not gonna chew up too much of you guys' time. I know you're busy and it's getting late or got things to do, but if you're thinking about getting either one of these, I'm gonna leave that up to you. Like I said, you have to go out and actually mess with one. Make sure a MIDI keyboard's hooked up to it. Bare minimum necessity. You need a MIDI keyboard or a USB keyboard, and go in there and mess with it. Spend an hour on each one. I have a lot of fun with the Force. I haven't had to do any tutorials on it because it's just so easy to use. It's user friendly. You don't have to be a mad scientist in order to use it. But to dive into the screens, they're both identical. This isn't like a joke. I mean, they both, except for the matrix screen, when you hit like file or preferences or anything like that, they both look the same. The mixer, everything. So I really like the workflow on that, but I'm always going to be an Akai guy because I've used all the Akais. I take that back. I've used a few of them, and I've maxed them out. I've used a lot of keyboards in standalone and maxed them out, meaning that if you can record onto them, I've recorded so much stuff, so many tracks on one sequence to max it out to see if it'll clip or pop or anything. And I think I even made a video, it's like 100 and some tracks on the MPC in standalone, just laying on the pads on note repeat, and it was just going, and the CPU usage was nothing. So it's a powerhouse, man. They're both very, very cool, and I'm just glad that I got both of them. I have a privilege of owning both of them. If I had an MPC Live, which was my first one, but I had to get the X, and I miss my MPC Live. It's like giving away, Anyway, when you send me an MPC Live, I'll go all over that thing. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna let it be, and it was great talking to you. I don't get out much and do much, and so when I come down here, you guys are the ones that I come and hang out with, honestly. So, and I expect a lot of comments, anything that you want me to go over. And if I missed on something or something you want to see comparison-wise on these, I'd be more than happy to. I actually tried to do a Bluetooth hook up with it, and I fail at that, and I refuse to let it beat me, but it's got me on one leg right now. I'm like, I guess I have to use a right app or be on the same. I tried the same network. I tried all kinds of stuff. But anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. I'm gonna have some coffee and maybe make some music. I'll talk to you later. Poly Popo. Later.